Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? I am Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. So we got a little bit of a bounce yesterday. As you can see, we came down into our next support level, the final one, the penultimate one before obviously the $30,000 one. So yeah, we did actually get as low as a 32 handle, 32,000 handle on Bitcoin, and then that was pretty swiftly bought up in tandem with a nice bounce in the stock markets as well. So as you can see, that did get us back above our previous level of support, old support term resistance. We're back above it. That's about 36,000. Actually had a pretty aggressive rally up to into the mid 37,000, and we are now trying to test the old resistance as a new support. So this is kind of the name of the game at the moment for Bitcoin today. Going obviously into the FOMC tomorrow, which will probably be a bit of a big market mover, to say the least. In context of everything that's going on, I think it is likely they are gonna ease off with their rhetoric, because they pretty know these markets are on a knife edge. In relative crash territory. They're teetering on the edge. They just need that extra little bit of a push from the Fed, and then there are going to be some pretty severe drops. So in my opinion, it's more likely the Fed, rather than pushing, is going to try and pull those markets back away from that cliff. So yeah, and obviously that would be good for Bitcoin if that's the case. So yeah, if we do also go over to the stock markets, you can see the bounce here. Wrong chart. Let's get that one back there. This one here, yeah, you see the stock markets similar levels to Bitcoin. You can see tested below a lower level, and then got back above the high level. The only problem is stock markets are now below this horizontal level of resistance. So obviously they've got a bit more work to do in the short term than Bitcoin. Got to get back above pretty much call it 4,400 in the S&P. And you can see the context of this move down. It's still pretty pretty aggressively moving down. Whereas obviously if you look at Bitcoin, you can see we've actually made it above this previous high here, where obviously the stock market didn't make it above this previous high here, as you can see. So yeah, there is work to do. Put it that way, there is work to do. All I will say is obviously Bitcoin has come down a lot further percentage wise, so for it to bounce a bigger amount is clearly not that much of an important point to look at. If you want to look at some of the other traditional markets, here is this is Nascoin, but this is closed. You can see well below this horizontal. It needs to get back above, and the Dow also again below this horizontal. Russell's probably just wrecked. Yeah, if we look at the Russell's pretty wrecked, but it has just got above this horizontal here. If you want to look at the 10-year, it's kind of good that the 10-year is not still spiking up and easing off here. And the DXY has got back just above 96. So I mean, this is looking like a bullish formation, but what we want to see is it get rejected around this area and come back down and not take out these highs and continue on upwards. And I think in the context of a less restrictive Fed, then yeah, the DXY could certainly make a move to the downside. Yeah, oil still hanging around those highs below this horizontal at the moment, but it is pretty much on its grind upwards. I don't think anybody is trying to fade this rally in oil, other than just for some short-term pullbacks. Gold up there at hovering around the 1840 levels, that all important level that it does really struggle with. Is this the time it's going to continue onwards and upwards? Maybe if we do get some more easing talk from the Fed, then maybe gold will actually make a push back towards 1900, but we'll have to see. I do struggle to believe we're gonna get anything other than good news from the Fed tomorrow. So yeah, that is what the market is poised for. But in the interim, can we just trade sideways into tomorrow? Yeah, probably. This S&P looking like it wants to come back down and test these lows, which is obviously gonna drag Bitcoin back below here. Back below this $36,000 level, at which point it's not difficult to see that we could come back down into the 33,000s again. Yeah, I mean, I think we'll just be in a bit of a holding pattern until we actually hear something tomorrow. Tomorrow from the Fed. So yeah, not too much else to say or look at here. We will have a look at stochastics. 4 hour. Is it one of low? Yeah, 4 hour moving up here. Still got some room to run though. I suspect the 10 hour and 12 hour are going to have turned up here. Yeah, 10 hour turned up from a low base along with the 12 hour. Daily not turned up yet though. Buy daily still down. 3 day actually up, and then the all important 5 day and weekly still pointing down. But yeah, maybe we can get this 10 hour and 12 hour can try and hold Bitcoin above this $30,000 level. But if stock markets are gonna pull back again today, then yeah, I think we will get pulled down as well. But if not, if stock markets do trade here or higher, then I think realistically Bitcoin kind of holds this area, maybe gets back up towards this wick high. But I think we're going to struggle to see anything nearer into the $38,000 until obviously we get some good news from the Fed tomorrow. At which point, if we do get some good news, then yeah, we'll get some good moves up potentially towards this $40,000 level. At which point, obviously, we'd expect a bit of a pullback then, the market to digest what's going on, and then if we can get back above between like 40 and 42,000, back above there, then we could be looking at putting in a significant bounce, maybe even onwards and upwards to new all-time highs, who knows. But either way, a significant bounce. Obviously that would have been a significant bounce from the lows, but yeah, then potentially those targets into the $50,000. So I mean, realistically, we're just waiting until tomorrow. We are waiting tomorrow. Obviously, we do know there's this stuff with the Ukraine that's affecting markets as well. Interestingly, it was as soon as the weak European markets closed that was seemed to be dragging markets down based on obviously the Ukraine escalation. As soon as they closed, the US markets then just did their own thing, and then we had a massive bounce when they were getting dragged down by UK markets. So the European markets. So interesting dynamic there. See if that plays out again today. See when the UK closes, then the UK. I said the UK again. When Europe closes, let's see if then the US markets then start to make a run. Yeah, we shall see. Yeah, that is it, guys. Literally, we're waiting until tomorrow in reality. But yeah, thanks for listening. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.